Auntie Carly, and this is Stray Kids, product of Cesar HeyDay. And I did check out lyrics videos. I didn't do this right away because I wanted the lyrics videos to kind of have a chance. I just turned it off instead of on. Good job, me. I wanted to give the lyrics videos a chance to actually translate. I instead did Ian's new Skiz record. His cover of, I think it's Constellation, I'm not entirely sure, and that was fantastic, so go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. And I think the lyrics video that I have is going to be one of the better translations, because especially when it comes to rap, I mean, these guys just throw out a bunch of lines that if you kind of punch it into Google Translate or just do a very literal translation, you're going to be so lost. You're going to be so lost. So I think I found one that does a much better job than literal translations. I just kind of pulled up a lyrics video from a channel that I know is definitely Google Translate, and yeah, the lyrics were just like, didn't make sense. I didn't listen to it, just kind of punched around to a few different lines and it didn't make sense, and then went to another one like, oh, this one actually makes sense. So we'll see how it goes, but I am going to just listen to it first time through and then go back and see if I can make any kind of sense of the lyrics. It might still be a little bit shoddy, so you might have to help me out. You might have to educate me in the comments if you are more familiar with Korean than I am, which wouldn't take much. In the meantime, updates. The antique pickers came and went through my grandma's collection yesterday and got a lot of it out of here. Fantastic. Like, I'm so much happier with a lot of stuff out of here. Yeah, got me some money to put in the bank as well and to send to my aunt for grandma's care. Besides that, yeah, it also gave me space to move things out of the living room so that I can start tearing the walls down. Where are we at? Right here. Volume, fantastic. Let's dive in. Turning it up. Okay, very, I don't know, how do you, what genre is that? That's not really EDM, is it? What is that? 여기저기 출몰하는 바닥치를 이어봤더니 동서 남북 마른 모 사방으로 뻗어나가 뿜뿜 재능은 순도 100% 제주도 저 트이는 숨통 짧고 굵게란 식상 깊고 굵게 올려 픽당 다 틀어놓은 식탁 위에 밥상 안 땡겨 퍼버려 진상 사람들이 붐 비치 셔터 소리 좀 베이 바닥 땡겨 좀 메인. Digging the beat. I'm digging the musical arrangement so far. The beat, it just kind of has you doing this a little bit, scrunching your nose, and yeah, Changmin's flow. What can you say? Nice. Ooh, I like that, how the kind of the pause and drop with the beat. Very nice.
Winning every league in my sleep cause I make my dreams a reality. Feeling like a beast at the peak cause I finna create my trees of integrity. Engineering fights going melee. Legendary like package JK. Grab another pint on a payday.
Get it.
Dance in my heyday.
Nice. Hang on. Oh. It must be raining out. My cat's wet. Alright, somebody said that Chad sounded a little bit like early Eminem, and I actually have to agree. That's, like, not all the way, I'm backing up at a few, not all the way, but I can see elements of how the two sound a little bit like each other, and that's kind of cool. Back it up quite a bit, apparently.
Winning every league in my sleep cause I make my dreams a reality. Feeling like a beast at the peak cause I finna create my trees of integrity. Engineering fights going melee. Legendary like package JK. Grab another pint on a payday. Dance in my heyday. I'm sticking ESP just like a mountain.
Yeah, I'm pausing it a lot. Yeah, like in that little segment of Chan, you can tell where, like, in the very beginning there, it was kind of that a little bit of Eminem flow, and as it went on, it sounded more and more like am familiar with him sounding in his raps. I'll reverse it a bit again. Sorry. Where yeah, I haven't really heard that sound from him in the beginning of that rap flow, and it sounded a little bit more familiar as it went on, but it's like, ooh, that's a new sound coming from Chan. He's like been kind of working and developing his own style, it sounds like.
Winning every league in my sleep cause I make my dreams a reality. Feeling like a beast at the peak cause I finna create my trees of integrity. Engineering vibes going melee.
This sounds more familiar.
Like package JK. Grab another pint on a payday. Dance in my heyday. I'm sticking ESP just like a mountain. Pull power. Pow. Heyday. 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 I'm sticking ESP.
Is that Han in the background? I need to know what the lyrics are now because there are only so many things that sound makes reference to, and that's squeaking beds springs. I ain't tryna beat you up on empathy. 양호수 줄때 비켜 길막하는 박치를 춤춰. 뚝딱 이리 붐벼 대충 끼 부려봤자 폼들이 현충끼 거품낀 저기 저 애들과 달라 이 무대는 거품til 잘라버린 pieces 힙합 street poppin' breaking I don't give a thing about your dishes 목소리 틈까지 skills and rhythm 박자는 노다니까 feeling winning every league in my sleep cause I make my dreams a reality feeling like a beast at the peak cause I finna create my back to new Chan.
Engineering vibes going melee
Familiar Chan.
like package JK grab another pint on a payday dance in my heyday.
And even Han, yeah, he had these two different kind of styles there. Cool Han, where he's like laid back and relaxed, and then aggressive. And a couple of different styles in there. Picking up. It's gonna stop suddenly? Yes, it is. Oh, hey, hang on. All right. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm gonna have to find that and add it to my playlist. I'm gonna have to add that to my Get Her Done playlist because that will definitely get you pumped up and ready to go. Okay, so this is I liked it. Definitely liked it, and yeah, y'all were right. That is a bit of a new sound from Bang Chan. Not entirely new, like I said. There's a definitely familiarity in his voice, but I haven't heard that kind of the faster, more fluid version of him rapping before. And I've gone and I've listened to a lot of 3Racha stuff. So yeah. Interested to see this progression in Chan's rap, and it just shows all, having just listened to IN's cover, it's really striking of how much these guys, as good as they are, continue to improve, because, like, for me, IN is the most improved of Stray Kids, because, I mean, he was the youngest and still changing, and his voice hadn't leveled out yet, and it has leveled out in a fantastic way. It's a very solid voice now. And of course, Lee No went from not being able to rap or sing at all, not being his thing. He was a dancer. And Sugman stepping into the main singer role, where he's getting a lot of those leads. But this goes to show that, even Chan is still working on his art, on his skills, and finding new ways of expressing rap. So that's awesome. All right, I'm probably going to have to do a lot of pausing on this one as well, because they go fast. They go fast. So we'll see how this goes. And we will see how fluid the translation really is. I didn't go all the way through and read everything because I didn't want to spoil it, but I just wanted to try to take a few pieces to see if it seemed more fluid. All right, where are we at? Let's go. Let's turn it down a bit. I follow the footsteps that appear here and there. East, west, south, north rhombus is spread out in all directions. He's 100% talented. Jeju Island is nice and open and breathing space. It's. I know that it seems a little disconnected there, doesn't it? He's 100% talented. Jeju Island is nice and open breathing space. I guess we'll have to see if those really are connected. So we have footsteps. You're trying to follow footsteps. I follow the footsteps that appear here and there, but the thing is, he's saying they're all in all directions, which is really interesting that we get into that right away, trying to follow footsteps. But there are footsteps east, west, north, south. It's like, where do you go? Which do you follow? Is what I feel like he's saying there. Yeah, they're spread out in all directions. So he's 100% talented. So we have talented individual. Then we all of a sudden, Jeju Island is nice and open breathing space. Oh, so probably what they're saying there is, instead of following footsteps, go to your own place. I think that's what that says, because you know where you can't follow footsteps to? An island. You can't follow footsteps to an island. So I think that's just them saying, like, giving up on following and going to your own island where you aren't following anyone, nobody can follow you, it's open breathing space there, and you have room to do your own thing. Alright. Short and thick is boring. Long and thick bleeds and sweats. I'm sure that's a good translation. I'm just trying to think of what it is referring to. Short and thick is boring. Long and thick bleeds and sweats. I don't know what that is referring to. Hang on, let's continue with full set table. The truth is that the table above is overturned. Yeah, I think these are probably cultural references that I'm not understanding. So you're gonna have to hit me up in the comments and educate me a bit, because I mean, I'm sure that there we go. I'm sure that this is definitely referring to something, but I don't know what it's referring to. Short and thick is boring. Long and thick bleeds and sweats. I don't. And it is the thing with rap, like I said, whereas, like, it's so much of it has to be interpreted. Full set table. The truth is that the table above is overturned. So they have a table set before them, and the table above is overturned, and it is, again, another... I'm losing the reference on this one. We're just gonna have to keep on going here and see. Crowded with people. Shutter sound already, and there was a shutter sound in here, so I'm guessing that's it. I crave for it. Zoom in. Jealousy. Envy. Okay. So I don't know if maybe this is referring to career. Short and thick is boring. Is like almost like being a one-shot wonder. Is that like that's boring? Long and thick bleeds and sweats, where you have a long career of or short and thick, not necessarily being a one-hit wonder, but what is it? In English we say a mile wide and an inch deep. That you're an inch deep, you're short, but you're really thick. You're a mile wide, which means you have a very large, repertoire. you have a lot of tools in your shed, but you're not necessarily good at any of them. You just have a lot of knowledge, but not a good knowledge on anything. Whereas long and thick, I think, refers to, yeah, you have that mile-wide base, but you also have feet. You're long. You have feet worth of depth. But that takes a lot of blood and sweat. I think that is what that is saying. Mile wide, inch deep, as opposed to mile wide, feet and feet and feet deep. Fathoms deep, even. Takes a lot of hard work. Anybody can do mile wide, inch deep. Going to a mile wide, extraordinarily deep, it takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Full set table. The truth is that the table above is overturned. Okay, so what do I think this means in relation to the other? So that could be full set table. If you go back to the previous line, where the first was the first set was the mile wide, inch deep, really shallow, full set table. Everything is set for you. You come to the table, it's all set. You know, you have your tools that you're working with laid out before you, as opposed to the truth that mile wide, fathoms deep, being the truth is that the table above is overturned. And being Stray Kids are working, they're not working with a set of tools. They've overturned the table, and they're working with just what they want to work with. You know, they're coming to the table and saying, let's do what we want to do. I think that's what that's going for. Crowded with people. Shutter sound ready. I crave for it. Zoom in. Jealousy. Envy. And you could take this a couple of different ways. You know, that's maybe I could take it as maybe two different ways, or just a double meaning. If we go with those two different, you know, we had two different lines, front and back. Shallow but wide, table set, crowded with people. Yep, this is the editor part of me. You know, you had the first part of the sentences all seem to be relating to one another. You know, shallow talent, table set in front of you, crowded with people. Shutter sound ready. You know, ready to take the pictures. It could also be that, hey, like, I crave for this. Zoom in on me. This is the second part of the line relating to, I think, what Stray Kids are saying they are, which is, you know, they're not crowded. They're not crowded, you know, but they crave that attention. Go ahead, zoom in, be jealous, be envious. I think that, or people are jealous. People are envious of them, and go ahead, I crave it. I think that's the 1-2 that we've had in the previous lines. Look at the tremors on your body, Pikachu and Pika. I wouldn't have known it by Pika, but I know who Pikachu is. So, look at the tremors on your body. I'm guessing that is referring to Pokemon. And don't they, when they're getting ready to power up for a attack, don't they kind of do that nya thing? I'm guessing that's them saying, look at the tremors on your body as they're getting powered up to do a power attack? Sweat dripping down in front of the mirror and under the lights. Yeah, that's going back to the, you know, they're doing the fathom deep, mile wide, blood, sweat, and tears. Sweat's dripping down in front of the mirror. Yeah, they're under the lights because, you know, they're performing, which it gets extremely hot. Anybody that's been on a stage knows.
Winning every league in my sleep cause I make my dreams a reality. Feeling like a beast at the peak cause I finna create.
So yeah, that's the part where that's the new sound that I kind of hear, and I think it must be the next stanza that's he kind of sounds a little bit more like the Chan that I'm used to. Winning every league in my sleep. League, I would guess, refers to, you know, games. You know, League of Legends and all the different Pokemon leagues and all this stuff, because I make my dreams a reality, which also I'm guessing it doesn't just mean apps on your phone. They're talking about competition, and, you know, Stray Kids competition is obviously the K-pop industry, but this was also written for a dancing show, and so the dancers can take this and kind of make it their own as well, that they're winning every league. You can take this and, you know, whatever league you're in, you know, you're winning it in your sleep. It's so easy. Because I make my dreams all reality. I like that, yeah, this is a cool song on the lyrics, because they're playing off of a lot of different stuff, it feels like. Winning every league in my sleep because I make my dreams all reality. So it's like, it doesn't matter if I'm dreaming, because my dreams become reality, so I'm just gonna win. It's like, all right, nice. Feeling like a beast at the peak because I find to create my trees of integrity. Create my trees of integrity. I guess I have to see how he pronounces Fina. Hang on.
Every league in my sleep cause I make my dreams a reality. Feeling like a beast at the peak cause I finna create my...
I don't think he says Fina.
Sleep cause I make my dreams a reality. Feeling like a beast at the peak cause I finna create my trees.
Because I finna create my trees of integrity. I'm not entirely sure, honestly, what Fina is supposed to mean, if that's a gaming term or something. But it definitely sounds like Fina, not Fina, Fina. I guess Fina create my trees of integrity. And I'm guessing trees of integrity may also be another gaming term that I am unfamiliar with. Let me know in the comments. There's gonna be a bunch in here that I am unfamiliar with. Like, I'm a gamer, but not like phone apps, and probably not a bunch of the stuff that these guys play. But I kind of get a little bit of what like, you don't have to be that that intelligent to kind of get the gist of what trees of integrity are, kind of represent, you know. That's, yeah, you have a forest of, that's just integrity, of solidness, you know. That's, I create that. I create this solid base, and has a life to it.
Of integrity, engineering fights going melee, legendary like package JK, grabbing on the pint on a payday. Dancing.
Okay, they just referenced BTS. Engineering fights going melee. I like it. I don't know if engineering fights is supposed to refer to, like, the engineering of music. Going melee, going hand to hand. It's like, so that's kind of, it feels like he's saying, hey, we are engineering this music, and we're just going hand to hand with it, man. Legendary like JK, and I do know that Jungkook of BTS, his animal is a tiger, isn't it? Isn't it? Or no, is that bunny? It's a bunny. He's a bunny. I think it's Taekook that is a tiger. So who is the JK that's a tiger? Is that Jungkook that is the older individual who's like in his later 30s? Is that right? There's one of them. Let me know if you know exactly who the tiger JK is, if it is that older individual who is, yeah, legendary from what I understand. I know that he's worked with ATEEZ before, so I am familiar with him, slightly. Grab another pint on a payday. Nice. Payday, being the actual, you know, second Friday of the, every other Friday or whatever it is, you get paid from work. And yeah, traditionally you go out drinking when you get paid, because you wanna, your bank account is all full up, and you wanna go and, hey, might as well have another drink, celebrate. It's payday. Mayday, dance is my heyday, which Mayday, obviously a lot of rhyming there. Melee, JK, payday, Mayday, heyday. Mayday is a seafarer's call for help. SOS, Mayday. Dance in my heyday. And heyday. And I keep going over these because I know not everybody is first language English who watches this channel. A heyday is, when you're in your heyday, you are in your prime. You're in your prime. It's your heyday. You're in your prime. You're celebrating. It's, yeah. Well, Mayday is also, well, that spelling of Mayday is a call for emergency. There is also May Day, which is a celebration in May. So dancing in my heyday, dancing in my prime. I'm stacking XP just like a mountain. Nice. Stacking experience points, just like a mountain. I'm stacking my experience, and it's becoming so big, it's like a mountain, basically. Full power. Every day, heyday, payday. I'm stacking XP, just dancing in heyday. I'm stacking EXP, just dancing my heyday. Okay, so that wasn't right. That was the bed squeaking. I think it was hopefully just a sound effect. Yeah, I don't get why I said hopefully. Oh well. Yeah, enter with my feet. Even if you fight, let's go play. Enter with I don't know if that means cause yeah, enter with my feet. Even if you fight, let's go play. I don't know if that means like I'm coming in not just punching but also kicking, punching and kicking, because generally we enter on our feet. You know, that's how we walk, on our feet. So. Enter with my feet. But, you know, this is also for a dance show, so it could be, you know, kind of help, you know, throwing them some bones here in there for the actual intent of the song being for a dance competition show. Even if you fight, let's go play. So that's even if you get into a fight, let's makeup afterwards and go play. I don't know. This is the slick on. It's just a slap in the face and it's burned. Attention students. Okay, so that does relate back a little bit to the previous line. Even if you fight, let's go play. So it's just a slap in the face. It's like, that sounds like downplaying it a bit, because usually when you get slapped in the face, it's a huge insult. You know, try getting slapped in the face and not being extremely offended. Just try it. But if the word just in there is like truly a good translation of it, just downplays. You know, it downplays that getting slapped in the face. Saying, hey, it's just a slap in the face, and it's burned. Attention students. I'm not entirely sure about and it's burned, because burned could refer to like the feeling of burning from getting slapped in the face, or it could be, gosh, that could be a lot of different things. We're back to the translations being hard. Because you burn bridges, and that means you're not going back again. You know, your friendship is over. It's burned could mean the anger is burned out. So even if we fight, let's go play. Like, it's just a slap in the face. Like, it's burned out. It's done. So yeah, that could mean quite a few different things. Attention students. I ain't trying to beat you. Bon appetit. Bon appetit. Just get out of my way when you smile. Just get out of my way when you smile. Those who block the road dance. It's crowded. Okay, so I think that was Han just throwing down and calling people his students. Attention students, aka all of you out there trying to do what I do. Just get out of my way when you smile. And this kind of being a little bit of a diss track, a little bit of a brag track, is like, you know, people are coming up to you and they're smiling, they're trying to, you know, be all nice and kind of get something from you, or trying to be your friend. Is like, just get out of my way. It's like, you know, seeing straight through that smile that you're trying to approach with. Just get out of my way. I know you're smiling, but I know you. Those who block the road dance. It's crowded. So a lot of people are trying to get in their way, is what that sounds like. A lot of people are trying to get in their way. It's like, hey, because the road is crowded. Going way back to the beginning, Changbin's verses about, you know, there's this table, it's set, and it's crowded. You know, he's saying, hey, there's this road. It's crowded. How about you all just dance and get out of my way? It's like, all right. Even if I try to mess around with it, the forms are fuzzy. I don't know what it is. Even if I try to mess around with it, I'm gonna have to... Forms are fuzzy. The guys over there, those kids look different. The stage is high quality. Cut it out pieces. Okay, so the guys... I'm guessing, yeah, the forms are fuzzy. The forms being people. The guys over there, those forms are fuzzy. Those kids, you know, those fuzzy forms, they look different. This stage is high quality. Cut it out pieces. Alright, so what was the previous line again? Trying not to rewind it 5 seconds. Even if I try to mess around with it, I still don't know what it is. It must be his perception of the forms. Even if I try to mess around with the forms, how I see the forms, how I focus, the forms are fuzzy. The guys over there, those kids look different. This stage is high quality. Cut it out pieces. I don't know if our kids is a reference to them. Stray Kids. The guys over there, those kids look different. This stage is high quality. The stage that the kids are on. Cut it out pieces. I'm guessing that's translation is hard right there. Cut it out pieces. Cut it out in pieces, maybe? Cut out the pieces? Next line here. Hip hop, street pop, and breakin'. I don't give a thing about your dishes. About your dishes. When you dish on somebody, you are generally dissing them. You diss, but it could also be, again, relating back to Changbin's verse and the table being set. And these are their dishes that are set on the table. They have, the table is set with hip-hop, it's set with street, it's set with poppin', and it's set with breakin'. You know, these are dance styles, and, you know, obviously, song style, genre types as well. And it's like, okay, so here are your dishes on that table that you have set for you. Don't give a thing. I don't care about, you know, what you guys are doing. Okay, let's go cut it out pieces. I'm guessing maybe that the cut it out pieces relays a little bit to this. Here are your pieces that you have cut out, and you're setting your table with that. Skills and rhythm that fills even the cracks in the corner, even the nano unit of beat, feel it. Alright, brag track a little bit. Skills and rhythm that fills even the cracks in the corner is like where, and that's kind of referring to, I think, you need a spotlight, and you get that spotlight, you know, but in any spotlight, you know, there are not square spotlights. I mean, there might be, but generally you see that round spotlight, and it's saying, hey, the cracks in the corner, you know, it's not just the corners that the spotlight doesn't hit. It's the cracks in the corners, whereas, like, we have so much skill and so much rhythm that it doesn't just fill the corners, it seeps down into the cracks. That's how much talent we have. Even the nano unit, the itty-bittiest unit of beat, feel it. So they're saying that, hey, there's no emptiness in their songs. Like, they fill every second, every nano unit with a good beat, which I agree. They have fantastic musical arrangements to pair up with their great vocals and rapping.
Winning every league in my sleep cause I make my dreams a reality. Feeling like a beast at the peak cause I finna create my trees of integrity. Engineering vibes going melee. Legendary like package JK. Grab another pint on a payday. Dance in my heyday. I'm sticking EXP just like a mountain.
If I turned this into a really long reaction, I have, and there's no left. This happens when raps start going and layer one upon each other. Ice on the stage, yeah, we flex and shine like a diamond. I didn't take it off. So ice on the stage, yeah, ice being, you know, diamonds. Ice is obviously a fairly normal, frequently used word for diamond. You know, I got my ice, you know, my ice. So they're saying they're the diamonds that are shining on the stage. Flexing. I didn't take it off. Hang on. That was weird. I didn't take it off. I don't know what it is again. What are they not taking off? Hang on. Even if you take off all your tops, it's plain. When we lift our heads once, it's fancy. Nice. I didn't take it. Okay. Alright. I didn't take it off. Are they totally referring to their, going shirtless? Even if you take off all your tops, like, even if y'all go shirtless, flash all them pretty abs, like, it's plain. Like, it's meh. It's just kind of that set table thing. It's part of the formula. It's part of, you know, just kind of showing off the bodies to get the likes and everything. And it's like, hey, we don't need to take our tops off. Like, we don't need to flash the abs and everything. It's like, we just need to do this. And it's fancy. It's like, well, we all we need to do is lift our heads and look at the camera, and we got it. Nice. Something is sloppy. Everything is insufficient. I don't want to show you with my mouth. Okay, so I was like, I don't want to show you with my mouth means I don't want to be just talk. I do not want to be just talk. Something is sloppy. Everything is insufficient. Yeah, that's, they do really, like, I don't want to be just talk. There's sloppiness, there's insufficiency. I'm guessing the next line is going to be something about fixing that, you know. The fight is tense. Get them things out of here. Here's the ruling. It's my heyday. Yeah, the fight is tense. Get them things out of here. And them things refers back to something is sloppy. Everything is insufficient. Get them things out of here. You know, I'm not just about the talk. Get your sloppiness and insufficiency out of here. Here's the ruling. It's my heyday. It's my prime. Thank you for translating. Yeah, that was at least a translation where I think that it translated it sufficiently enough, well enough. Translations are hard, especially with this kind of stuff, that I think I got the gist of most of it. I know that there are references that went over my head, but thank you. Thank you for the pretty decent translation on that one. Translations are hard. This has been a long reaction. I hope you all enjoy. And yes, I was alerted to the fact that not only are they having a comeback, but they're also doing a was it Finding Skiz? Season 3? What did you all say? Hang on. So I'm not gonna go and look. But yeah, there is a season 3, and I am doing season 2 over on Patreon right now. So check that out. I'll finish it up. I should be able to finish it up before season 3 starts. So check out the Patreon, and yeah, I think I'm going to go find where to buy this and do that. In the meantime, you all have yourselves a wonderful day.